Russ, normally at this time we'd be looking back at the last games played, but not only does it seem like a while since we had a game, it's a while since we've got one. It's a difficult period, but the lads still being worked hard.
Well, of course, the lads have been worked hard. After a defeat, you always want to get back on the pitch ASAP. That hasn't been the case, and it wasn't the case when we lost to Spennymoor about 4 or 5 weeks ago, and we had a 3-week break. Never known anything like it really in football. The amount of games we've missed, but hey, we get on with it.
Because momentum is such a big part of things in football, how have you managed to keep the group cajoled and motivated in that sense? Because like you say, more than anything, you want to get out there on the pitch, don't you?
Well, of course, but that's what we're there for. We've got to keep them motivated, and they have been. They've been training great. But we have to take that into games. It's we haven't picked up the results we wanted this year. We've given a lot of games away where we've took the lead. So obviously there is things there. There's lots of positives there, and we could be at the other end of the table, all being well, but we're not. And listen, we've got a big month coming up, end of November and December, where there's a lot of points to go for.
And we did have something similar a few weeks back, but do periods like this give you and the management team the opportunity for reflection, where you can think, well, this is where we are, this is what we've got coming up, almost like the start of a new season really now?
Yeah, well, you've got to. We do it in little stages, little blocks really. I don't know how many games we've got from November till January the 1st, but I think it could be up to double figures maybe. So it's like a little mini season for us. Can we still be in the cup, and can we get enough points together to be knocking on that door come the new year?
And is that consistency the important thing as well? You've talked about not being able to get runs together, and the gaffer's spoken about not doing back-to-back wins and how important that is. Is that the big challenge for December, do you think?
Yeah, it's good. Obviously, we're very disappointed. It's not just results, but performances. We haven't really backed up a good performance with another good performance. The inconsistency is there, but that's something we've got to work on as a group, as a manager team, and the players. I think every time we've had one of our best performances, the next game's been called off, and then we've missed a player the next week due to something. So it's been frustrating, but. Hey, anyone out the building don't care about us, so we've got to deal with it ourselves.
And as frustrating as it might be, is it a positive that some of those performances you look and you think that is pretty much where we want to be really? It's just that you've not had enough of them?
Exactly. You know, you look at the Altrincham games, Farsley, you know, there's and other games that you think, God Almighty, we could York away with the best team in the league on our day, but we haven't had enough of them days. So we're not the best team, and that's why we are where we are, but we've got to get to that.
And in terms of the next game coming up, it'll be next weekend at the FA Trophy. Yourself and everyone at Kidderminster's got an affinity with the competition, but realistically for any non-league team, it's the only cup competition you can go and win, so it's hugely competitive, isn't it?
Massive, and we'll be taking it very seriously. Why wouldn't you? It doesn't hamper your season. All the fixtures are on a Saturday. We won't be resting anyone. We'll be going up there to get a victory and get in that first round. I've got to the final of this competition, great day out at Wembley, and that's the little carrot that we'll all be playing for.
No such thing as an easy draw, of course, but Curzon certainly isn't that. Went there and got a really hard-fought win, but lads had to work hard for that, and it will be the same again, won't it?
Yeah, we actually played well up there, to be honest, and we thoroughly deserved the victory. But again, they got their first victory in 15, I think, last week to Telford, so their tails will be up. But the good thing on what we know about going there, the pitch is lovely, and hopefully that suits us.
Some of the boys on international duty this week, of course. Now until the spring, that's it for international. So just hopefully, in terms of games, touch wood with the weather, we can at least get a good run of matches in now. Will that be important as well?
Hopefully, the weather is not looking too good now, but I've never quite known so many internationals at this level. But these players are key to us, so we've had to get them called off. But it's one of them things, really. We have the extra week on the training ground, and hopefully that proves dividends come the end of the season.
And not singling him out particularly, but great for someone like Cliff, whose call-up has been as a result of his form, I suppose. It's a good reward for him.
Great reward. He's been fantastic, Cliff, and he deserves that. I don't know if he's had internationals before, but it seems like he's been in and out the squad, but he's finally got in on merit, and fair play to him.